Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you for the love and the support. So, my beautiful people, today I'll be going to share with you what that's normally station never ends. See, this is Progress the Analyst, and here I keep you updated. I bring all the latest happening to you. Without not wasting much of your time, I want us to dive into why we are here. And mind you, if you know you have been enjoying everything in this particular channel and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Smash on that button that says subscribe and turn on the bell icon so that whenever I drop any update like this, you'll be the first to notify. Let us hear exactly what we are here for, and I'll be right back.
Our young men and women are languishing today across different cells in Nigeria and in Biafra land for nothing. They have not done anything except being Biafrans. They've not done anything except stating they do not want to live in the same country where you reintegrate and rehabilitate non-terrorists because they will eventually kill them. That's all Biafrans are saying. They do not want to be part of that. So the survival whistle must be carried by all Biafrans across the world. We will start the distribution in the next couple of weeks, and this whistle will serve as a lifesaver for all Biafrans. You will blow it when you see these Fulani terrorists that are in our land, destroying our farms, destroying our economic resources, killing our people, forcefully kidnapping our people, occupying our lands. You will blow the whistle. And every single Biafran, once you hear the whistle, you blow it and continue blowing it and keep moving to that venue where that whistle is being sounded. It is an alert mechanism. We will use it to save our lives. Before the distribution starts, we'll have a seminar to educate you more where, when, how, what to use our survival whistle. The survival whistle will also be used to remove the reintegrated terrorists wearing Nigerian military, police uniform, security, Ebubago, Udogachi, anyone, even those that call themselves ESN. This survival whistle will be used to remove them from our land because all they do is kill us. No reintegrated terrorists in Biafra land wearing Nigerian military police uniform is our friend. All of them, and their agents and their politicians they support, they are our enemies and they must leave our land. Biafrans, I got my survival whistle. This is a sample of my survival whistle. You all can see that. It landed. I'm so happy they sent mine. Those in Biafra land that are in charge of the survival whistle, thank you so much for sending mine. Every Biafran, you must have the survival whistle. Look at it. You can put it in your purse. You can put it in your pocket. It is like your identity. Anytime you're leaving your home, you must carry it. This will save your life. 50 million Biafrans will get this survival whistle free of charge. And from there, I think we're trying to do a special fundraising for our survival whistle. From the manufacturers, I think it's about 0.09 cents. Yeah, about 0.09 cents. And we already have thousands of Biafrans, many Biafrans that are placing orders for the survival whistle for their community. 0.9 cents of 0.9 cents of dollar. We have wonderful Biafrans. Thanks, people like Sister Olewune, our sports minister, many of them that have played orders for almost over 1,000 whistles for their community. We can do that. So hopefully we will let you know, Biafrans, when we are going to be doing the fundraising to get more whistles. We already ordered about 10 million copies, but we need more. We need at least 50 million of these whistles. And we thank the wonderful company that is helping us to specifically make this survival whistle. It's specially made. There are one or two things in this whistle that you will know about once you receive that. It's not an ordinary whistle. So we thank this company for putting those special marks on this whistle that will differentiate it from any whistle you see anywhere. I think that's it all from me, dear friends. I thank you so much from the On that note, I open this fundraising and I welcome everyone to this fundraising. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Her Excellency
Thank
Dr.
you,
Arabese. Arabese, please. And a
Thank
round of
you,
applause. A round of applause for that beautiful, beautiful brief. There one. Thank you. The courage, resilience, restlessness the United States of Biafra has exhibited so far has exemplified us as the epitome and audacity of freedom in the presence of genocide committed against us by the genocidist Nigerian government and her terrorist jihadist Fulani. The proven fact and truth is that no ethnic group in Nigeria is hated as much as the Biafrans. And when you are a child from childhood, you sleep and all you dream and all that goes through your mind, because what goes through your mind transitions or translates into the dreams that you have. I want the Nigerian government to know that right from childhood, any Biafran child has been tormented by this ethnic hatred. Every Biafran child, even from school, when you go to school where you have different tribes, they will always single out a Biafran child and what it has done to us. For the fact that no ethnic group is hated as much as we Biafrans, our children, this generation, now knows that the only solution is Biafra freedom. And I'm nothing going to stop it. The month of May is the month that rings a bell forever to us, because it's the month that we remember those that died because of their willingness and patriotism to Biafra freedom. So it does not matter what anyone else that is not a Biafran thinks. In Igbo, that's a proverb that says, onye you shoe, onye ya akpụkpọ ụkwụ. We are the ones experiencing it. Other people are not in our shoes. Therefore, they can say whatever they want to say. But the fact remains that we are absolutely hated by the Nigerian government. Even other ethnic tribes have in their platform or in the news or in the different areas testified this hatred. They have witnessed it and they have heard it. That is the reason what we're doing here must be done, and nobody can tell us not to do it. So each and every one of us do, and your inactions is telling a story, is making a statement. Your inaction of not supporting what we are doing, that means you are happy being a slave in the hands of the Nigerian government. If that's where you want to be, when we get our Biafran, it's either you stay with us because we don't discard our own. It's your choice. But it is the choice of the collective Biafrans to get this freedom. And that's what we are here to do today. My amiable Secretary of Communication, I pass it over to you so that we can move in fast to.
And we having the power to use our resources to develop our land, develop our people, and make the life better for our people. The earlier we realize that it is not about any individual, that we all must be part of this process. Every single Biafran is a soldier, like I said. Every single Biafran is a soldier. Now, that soldier spirit must come out in every single Biafran, both home and abroad. So it is about all of us. It is all about all of us to live peacefully in our community where we want to just relax and enjoy our community without partnering, moving around together with reintegrated terrorists that are brought in by Nigeria, Tinubu and Christopher Musa. That's what, and we've already declared our independence. That enclave, we must protect our border. When they say America is protecting their border, the way Biafrans, the protection of Biafran border is going to be as tight as possible. That is why our country is going to be one of the best countries in Africa, in the world. We will ensure that we live in a country where nobody is going to come in and disturb the peace of any Biafran. We will respect and protect the right of every individual inside Biafra land, as long as you follow the Constitution of the United States of Biafra. So anybody that is calling my name or telling you about COS or about Dr. Ngozi, the person does not have a grasp of what we are doing. It's not about me, just like you said. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead. How do we even comprehend? How do they think that they just come out to say it just to hurt the other person? I mean, not hurting me anyway, but they've destroyed their self. They destroy out to say or lie against another Biafran for something they are not sure of. To just liaise with our criminal, stupid idiots that are online, just parading themselves as those that want Biafra. Those are not the kind. If Biafra is going to be like this kind of individual and her boss or her cohorts, we don't need that kind of Biafra. Why is she lying publicly to Biafrans? Why the lie? Is it about Dr. Robreze? Biafra is not about me. But why lie against her when she truly knows that what she's saying is not true? The worst part is that this individual, I was in California. I traveled to California. This individual came to visit me and visit my daughter. She came to visit my daughter who lives in California. My first daughter, she's a medical doctor. And this individual saw my daughter. And then this individual, we boldly go on to Biafrans that all my kids were born by a felony man. How do we comprehend that? Is it just to hurt me, or is it just to prove what point?
It's a pity.
It is a pity.
It's a pity.
What our leader Nnamdi Kanu and Onyendu and our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has gone through in the hand of these criminals. And then you wonder the kind of lies they feed our Prime Minister and Onyendu. They feed them so much, with so much lies. Sometimes you see some of our leaders, they just act, things you'll be asking, is it Onyendu or is it our Prime Minister that did this kind of thing? Because they have these mediocres that surround them with lies and falsehood and the lack of integrity, just following them like ants, that's bees that saw honey. Biafrans, we can never ever build a country with this kind of mediocres and liars and people of low life and low integrity, no life. We can never build a country, and do not ever allow yourself to get caught up in their stupidity. Thank you so much. Please continue.
Thank you, my DPM. The only way to top it up is that I'm still going through the Homesick you gave us 2 weeks ago when you talk about Fege, I spent my teenage age growing up in Fege. I know Fege very well. Yeah. I know Oga Street. I know the building very well. I know everything about Fege. Part of my childhood was in Fege.
Okay.
So just to top it up, I'm still going through the Homesick. Because I always remember.
I know. They're going home. We are already at home. That's why we need this money as much as possible to equip the BDF and BLA to protect our land.
Exactly.
As far as
DPM, Mazieke is dipping his hand into his pocket. Go ahead, sir. DPM.
Who's that?
I beg you. I beg you. Go ahead, Mazi. Go. You were saying something. DPM. Let's get that money. More money from.
And we trusted California. I mean, it's a huge. I mean,
Don't
trust.
carry last though.
We trust Californians, and the worst case is when you see these liars and criminals that say they're gonna drive the whole California to this other black market fundraising. And at the end of the day, you don't even see two Californians in the black market fundraising. You begin to wonder. I mean. Hello. Where are all the Californians? You've been boasting. You're gonna drag into your black market fundraising. That's what we're gonna be calling them from now. And all that boasting, all that California, follow me, wait for me. All of us are gonna go to this black market fundraising. And that day she's sitting there like Uncle Minimana. She's just like, you look at her, she's just gone. The little integrity she has is just left of her because of her lies. And I just tell Biafrans, it's good you don't like Orabueze, and I respect you, but don't come to Biafrans and lie to them about me. If you hate me, that's fine. If you don't like me, that's fine. But do not go and frame lies about me and come to tell it to Biafrans, because they'll find out the truth. And once they discover you will be the trash, Biafrans are going to be marching upon. That's just one thing I'm going to. And again, I want to also let Biafrans know. You see this restoration, this final push, there is already a template established by our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa.
Wow.
That template is there. And the videos, the meetings have been sent out to Biafran, and I'll be able to encourage Biafrans to go back and watch that. The template for the restoration of the United States of Biafra, our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa already laid it 2 years in the past.
Amen.
2 years. Some of these criminals have no reason to be doing what they're doing. I promise you, they have no reason. If not for their criminality, they just have no reason to be doing what they're doing. The Prime Minister, before Finland started acting like Nigeria, the Prime Minister specifically constituted a 4-man committee that we put in the structure for the United States of Biafra from day 1 of the declaration, not day 2. Immediately Biafra is declared. Our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa gave the power for that committee to start acting from day 1 of the declaration. That template is exactly what we were following, what we are following. But these criminals, they do not respect Obatode. They do not even respect Nnamdi Kanu. They don't have no respect for authority. Because if they have respect for the Prime Minister, that instruction, their leader, their so-called leader, who they call Obatode everywhere, flying all over. We all know how Benjamin Madupugu was going to the DSS looking for Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. Until Onyendu just bullshit that idiot, that criminal. So do not be surprised when some of these same criminals come out to tell you, oh, they are going to see Onyendu, see Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Oh, they don't know Simon Ekpa. They do not have a clue about who the Prime Minister is. They don't have respect for him. Because if they have respect for him, those rules that were set down by the Prime Minister before the Finland problem, they must respect that. But because they are charlatans, they are mediocre, they don't even understand the rules. They don't understand nothing. When you see that crop of these black markets, it's all the same, all of them. And every day, I know the Prime Minister keeps praying, they keep staying together and removing the remaining ones that are hanging anywhere to go join them. They have no respect for Dogu. They have none, zero. Neither do they have respect for Nnamdi Kanu. They don't have any. That's why you see them swinging from pillar to post, pillar to post, pillar to post. Low life men and women, no integrity. Some of them, when they talk, your shame, their own shame, shame. You got to shame for them. Some of the things they do.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's continue. I just want to let the friends know that these criminals and their lies, we can never build a country, a good country, a world-class country with liars like that. You even be in the same organization with somebody like that. It is a problem. I mean, I can't help anyone anyway. Those of you that can help, that's good. But how can you help somebody that outrightly lies? And the person was standing there in Finland when I was the first person that signed that document for the declaration. Apart from the ones I signed when I declared on behalf of Obatobie. When everyone was called to go and sign, I was the first person that signed. And this riffraff, this mediocre said that I did not sign. Uchobi, the European rep, I believe, was the second or third person that signed. And she said Uchobi did not sign, that it was me that put Uchobi's name in the document, a legal document for the United States of Biafra, a legal document we will present in any law court in the world to show them about the declaration of the United States of Biafra. Just like Americans converged in Pennsylvania,
yes.
for America and signed the signatures.
Yes.
That's exactly. And this Atoro, this Anumano, this fool idiot that claims to use to cover her psychotic episode, now saying that I did not sign, Uche did not sign. And she was the fourth person that signed, right behind Uche Obi, right behind Professor Chomo Okoma. I mean, how can you help somebody like this?
No mercantilism.
Again, it baffles me.
You have to help her because you are under psychiatry.
Yeah, let's presume that she forgot, because she said something like she saw somebody online. Those individuals she called, they were the people that signed on the second day, not on the first day. And
Ada dị ọra mma na-achọ onye ọya enye poison. That is why uche ya adịrọzi ya. Ọ na-achọ onye ọya enye nsị na Finland. Wicked woman.
And I told this individual to go and man that signature document. I told her to go and stand there to man it. I would have given that task to somebody else. But I told her to go and stand there to man it. I gave her that instruction. So this one, she's confusing Biafra. She was the one that overseer, make sure everyone is signed and all that. I gave her that instruction to go and man that book to ensure that people are orderly, that people signed only once.
Confirm, DPM, confirm.
Confirm.
Yes,
I signed it.
Olawune was right there. I gave her that order.
DPM,
I could have given it to somebody else.
DPM, you're going to talk what you don't want to talk before, please. please. I know we asked you, can we change that name of because I wanted to make a confession. When we talk about what is sabotage, people think it's something. I sabotage, and I'm even ready today to take the punishment. If he tells me to abdicate my position as rep in Sweden, I can do it, and the government will give me sanction, or the government will give me punishment, either a spell or anything. I am ready to go for suspension or for anything, because I sabotage. I am a sabontique for that thing to happen. So I'm making this confession. So DPM, please, can that name be changed from Otunokezunu to United States of Biafra, Sweden? That's what our request. Then you present my case to the Biafran cabinet.
Again, as far as the United States of Biafra government is concerned, that group does not exist anymore. It does not exist.
In that case, everybody should. This is time to announce it. Everybody there, knowing that you are with government, should pull out from that place.
Yeah.
I'm going there to pull out.
Hold on. Remember, when Obatobia was around, there was only two groups. Let me say the third one. Only two groups that officially Obatobia allowed as a social group. They were not official group of the United States of Biafra government. So one of them is Otunoko, this one. The second one, Biafra is our religion, Biafra is our home. These are the two groups, social groups.
How about the moving train?
The moving train is there along the line and not again. Yeah, but Odogu was able to officially through recommendations recognize these two groups as a social group that anything they're doing, we can always visit them, stay with them, and all that. So now, the Biafra is our home, Biafra is our religion, but now is the only social existing group under the United States of Biafra government. The moving train is another great one. So this group, Otunoko, whatever it is. We remember we gave them 7 days from the time we removed this flip flopper. This one that because I think she registered the group eventually, but we gave them 7 days to either remove the woman from their group or leave the group. So as of this time, anyone in that group is not recognized. We already advised some of them that came to me privately. We already advised them what to do. That this individual, she is no longer part of Biafra leadership. She does not represent the government. She does not represent anything. Anyone doing this, you are not part of Biafra. You're not part of the United States of Biafra government. So if she has approached you, taking your number, added you to a Telegram group, you are irrelevant. You are working under somebody that is suspended from the Biafra government, from the Biafra leadership, from the United States of Biafra. This individual has no access to the United States of Biafra army, BLA or BDF. Absolutely nothing. So those that associate with her, you're doing that at your own risk because she's looking for a way to get money and there's no money coming in. That's why she's trying to find from the one she had before now to Telegram, and they're trying to find people she can confuse to come in there to start contributing money to her. That money is not going anywhere to the United States of Biafra government, led by Obatobie and Nnamdi Kanu. So probably she has her own black market people she's leading. That's all I can say. As far as those that were there, it's left for you to take decision on your own. But as far as anything, that group is not recognized. It's not and void at this time. The only social group at this time recognized by the government of the United States of Biafra is our religion, Biafra is our home, and the moving train. For now, those are the social groups. And again, those are the people that have social groups that want to work with the United States of Biafra government. You can also send your information to the information department, and we will consider your group. We will consider the information. We'll consider those involved, and hopefully may be able to approve you as a social group under the United States of Biafra government. Thank you. Nothing stops them. It is your sweat. As long as you made that money in a genuine way, nobody should question that. Again, there are financial service conditions and instructions and protocols, but for something like World Remit that is owned by, I believe, a Yoruba man, working closely with hopefully one of these delegitimized government or Nigerian criminal state to say, send you, what is your job? How much? What is the money being used for? Send me the invoice of the house you're building and all that. They don't have a right to do that. But it's because the Nigerian state is a terrorist state and they want to interfere with the activities of Biafrans. So once we have our own bank, online banking and transfer system, all that will vanish. We will be able to send money as long as we genuinely work for our money. We have Biafrans that work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make money. In America, in Europe, you work, you make your money.
That's right.
Your sweat. You deprive yourself of sleep because you want to make extra money to make sure that your land, your state, your county is an independent state. So when you make those sacrifices and you see some of these criminals sponsored by the Nigerian state asking you, how did you make that money? What are you sending the money for? Send me the invoice of the house you want to build. How much does it cost? These are the Nigerian terrorist state working, using their tentacles in the global community, Europe and America, to stop us. So you must be able to identify them once they start asking you those stupid questions. So again, very soon, our wire transfer licensing, online banking will become effective. And Biafrans will freely move money to our brothers and sisters that are being raped every day, killed by the Nigerian state, burnt their homes. When they burn our homes and my brothers and my sisters' home, don't you think they will need money to rebuild those homes? Or you think they will rebuild it with sand? And then when we try to send money to them, you're asking, what is the invoice? How much with the money? Again, I just want to let us get your ID card. You will need your ID to open your account with the Biafra wire banking and online, so you can send thousands of dollars. As long as you make that money genuinely, nobody can stop you from moving that money into Biafra land. And that is how we will continue to build our Biafra land to be one of the best in the whole world. Thank you so much.
My DPM, to add that to that, the ID card, just for me, probably for everyone, I'm using it now to put my fellow Biafrans who refuse to join the group in their place, even at my place of work. Each time I put my ID, I do it every day. They call me now Biafra man. That's what they call me. I said I am a Biafran. I'm very, very proud of being a Biafran. I'm not a Nigerian. So they will try to make this argument.
That's my point.
When they try to make this argument, I will reach out to my wallet and pull my ID card. Everybody will shut up. Okay? So it's a good thing. And then I told them that you claiming you're a Biafran, you don't even have Biafran ID.
Yeah.
National passport. And you're still making your argument. So you're making yourself look so stupid before the people who are not Biafrans. When I put my ID card, how can you claim that you're a Biafran when you don't have ID card?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're finding trouble.
You gotta put these people in their place, you know.
That's true, because when they argue, you prove them with the ID card. Everything will be okay.
Makes a lot of sense. See, when you don't have your Biafra, I see when I show even my co-workers, when I show them my ID card, see my own. They just I've always I've gotten my own, so all of you can see that. Let me build it. We are going to be using it very soon in Biafra land, and it alerts so many people. And again, Biafra, one thing that came to my notice, there are some of these mediocres that goes around telling people that, oh, Dr. Ngozi was only COS to the Prime Minister. I believe some of you may have heard that lie again, because they cannot stop lying. You can, on several occasions, the Prime Minister have posted, maybe when I went to South Korea, when I went to different occasions, even when I went to Washington, D.C. to meet with Congressman Carter, those that are really, we have a lot of help from America, I'm telling you, for the Washington, D.C. event. We also have a lot of help from China, so we thank God. We thank God. All of us should be very, very happy. When the Prime Minister posts that the Chief of Staff to the Biafra government is somewhere, these criminals, they'll go and tweet it and let people say, is the Chief of Staff to the Prime Minister. That is how evil, how devilish they could be. It's how evil, how devilish that they could be to confuse just those little minds that they float around with. So I just want to bring that to the attention of Biafrans, that again, as the Chief of Staff to the United States of Biafra government, as the Chief of Staff to Biafra Republic government in exile, as the Chief of Staff to the de facto government, I've played that role for the past almost 2 years. The 40 state of the United States of Biafra, I and the Prime Minister formed all of that. These individuals, there's nothing. All they do, they live on jealousy, pettiness, envy. That's all they thrive in. That's all. And they confuse those that they can confuse anyway, not the genuine Biafrans. So when you hear them use words like that, the Chief of Staff to the Prime Minister, please do not. Even at some point when they see all that posted by the Prime Minister, she's the Chief of Staff to the government, they still are stuck in their little mind, because that's all they do. They don't have good intention. So I want to, and then when you see, they carry that lie to the individual in Finland and told her that, oh, she's just the Chief of Staff to the Prime Minister. All she does is to, maybe when the Prime Minister is not there, she open her mail, she run errand, she put fuel in PM's gas car. This is how they demean people that the Prime Minister already told us are better than them. That is how low they could go, because that's all they know. So when they pass such fake information to somebody in Finland that gave that one the audacity to come online to tell Biafrans, oh, Dr. Ngozi, Dr. Rabeza was just supposed to be Chief of Staff to the Prime Minister, maybe if PM is not around, to open his mails, to do run errands. You see, these are people that they cannot even clean the office. They can't even clean my office. I'm telling you. I have 2 full locations of office. They can even to hire them to clean the office. They will be competing for that interview. But they will lie and tell somebody that, oh, she's just there to open mail for the PM, put gas in PM's car, just run errand for PM. And then you look at me, and you look at somebody who is saying that I have to run errand, and you look at the whole structure, and you can see how evil and how, let me just say how evil and how disrespectful these individuals are. You just look, and the Prime Minister says it, they attack people who are better than them. That's what they do. They attack people who can pay their salary for the next 5 years without closing their eye. That is how they are.
So my beautiful family, that brings us to the end of this update. Do it to like the video, share and subscribe. I still remain your one and only Progress the Analyst, as I will keep updating you on all the latest happening. Thank you and bye for now.